Hey, I wanted to share with you a little tip on how to remember your word of the year if you do this. And a friend of mine posted recently how she does it, and I thought it was such a good idea. I've adopted it from her. Her name's Susan, if she's watching. But she takes her word and she does a little sheet like this. So, my word obviously is the word continue. She takes her word and puts a scripture next to each one. I did mine a little differently because I already had taken the word continue in my prayer time, as you can see in my note below, that the Lord had highlighted it to me as I was studying his word. And as I was getting that word back in December, I was writing things that he was showing me. And then when I finally figured out that he was speaking that this would be my focus word this year, I started doing some notes like my friend and just wrote continue. And for me, I wanted to put some practical applications. So I've included some of that in my chicken scratch notes, as well as some of the scriptures that I felt like were significant for the overall theme. And then last night, I took those notes and made this. And on the bottom, I put an overarching scripture, which is the one that I included in this email, good news this time, and it's from 1 Peter 4:7-11. The verse, I'm not going to read it all to you, but I'm going to read the first little line because I think it's important. Though these things are all practical steps, and some things are mindsets and character traits and things that the Spirit produces in our lives that I want to remember and lean on Him for. The overarching word is this scripture, and the beginning of it says, most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love covers a multitude of sins. And then it goes on. You can read it down below or click on it to get the full scripture. But if we can remember that our best efforts are efforts, and with the Lord's help, He can help us to cause all things to produce good and glorify Him, even when we mess up or fall short, because we are human and that will happen. So go light on yourself. But if we can be intentional with the things that He shows us and find ways to repeat it, either by writing it, speaking it, or a little bit of both, it helps me to internalize it so I can apply it. So I'm not going to read this to you, but I will just read what I have under C, just to give you some little thoughts. And again, some of these are practical steps and some of them are mindsets or beliefs. So under the C, I put choose to forgive and speak life-giving words over others. Complete and finish the things I've set out to do that are important to me. Declutter my home. Schedule emails and unnecessary responsibilities. You know, those things that we say yes to before we think, and then we're overwhelmed. So we want to try to declutter things that don't belong. And then stay Christ focused in my thoughts, words, and deeds. So, friends, I hope this helps you. You might give it a try. Let me know. Comment in the video if you like, or send me an email if you want to share how maybe this application has been meaningful to you. And be blessed.